Hola, bienvenidos a Lightspeed Spanish. Well, today I'm going to disappoint a lot of English people. How am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to disappoint all English people by taking away their protagonism with queuing. We always thought that we were the best at queuing, but no. Spanish people have a much better system. Hablamos de todo en la segunda parte. The truth of the matter is that English people are fantastic at queuing. We love queues. We love to control queues. We like to make sure that nobody jumps a queue. In fact, in airports, before they even announce the flight coming in, English people are standing in a queue just in case. It doesn't matter that we've got an allocated seat. It doesn't matter. There's a queue. And therefore we have to get ourselves in the queue. Now, I don't know if you've heard, but they say that Spanish people are not very good at forming queues. Now, that's not something that I've seen. At a bus stop, it's a bit dodgy, I've got to say. But Spanish people have a system that we don't have in the UK. And it's such a good system, I don't know why we haven't got it in the UK or in the US. And how it works is this. Just imagine you go into the post office. You walk into the post office in the UK and there is an orderly queue from the counter all the way, and you stand in your queue and you wait there and you know exactly when it's your turn. And you walk into the post office in Spain and all you see is disorder. All you see is just people standing all over the place. There's no queue, there's no semblance of order. And you think, what on earth is going on? Well, what's going on is the Spanish system. How does it work? Easy. You walk into the post office and you say, el último. And somebody, doesn't matter where they are, they'll say, yo. Yo soy el último, or yo soy la última. That's it. System sorted. Once you know who the last person is, then you know who you're following. And then you become el último. Then somebody else walks in and they say el último and you say yo. That's it. So what happens is you can be anywhere you like. You can sit down. You can even go out for a little bit. And then you come back in and you see that the person that you followed in gets served. You know that you are the next. Nobody has any problems with that. Everybody follows that rule. It's absolutely beautiful. How does it differ from the UK system? Well, the UK system works like this. That's the queue. Do not leave the queue. If you leave the queue, you lose your place. You can say to somebody, could you guard my place in the queue? But even so, if you go away and you come back, people are going to look at you badly, like, why are you going back into the queue in front of me? Get to the back of the queue. But not in Spain, not in the post office. No. What you do is, if you have to go out, and sometimes you can go out, I'll go to the fruit store next door and get a few apples. And so what do? It's easy. The person that's in front of you, or the person that followed you, that's going to follow you, all you do is you say, perdona, ¿me guardas el sitio? Es que tengo que ir a la frutería un momento. That's it. Excuse me, will you keep my place? I've got to go to the fruit store next door. That's how you do it. You nip out, you come back, and Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your aunt. And so what are the benefits of the Spanish system? The benefit is that you don't have to stand in the same place for yonks. You can move around, you can walk around, you can stretch your legs. There is nothing more uncomfortable than being in a queue for 20 minutes without moving. And having stood in many queues in the UK, I can say that the Spanish system is far less stressful. There's something stressful about being in a queue, like standing looking like this. No. You're leaning against a wall in Spain, you're on your phone, you're just checking, I'm just watching that person. As soon as they get sorted, I'm there. What are the downsides of the Spanish system? None. There are no downsides. I've lived and breathed the Spanish system for 12 years now here in Spain, and it works beautifully every time. Quite why we haven't got that system in the UK and why we feel the need to get into a queue, I don't know. And so in my opinion, that system, the Spanish system, I don't know who invented it, but good for them. Enhorabuena. Así que eso es todo, chicos. Tell me, if you don't live in Spain and you don't know that system, have you ever gone into a place and been confused about why there was no queue? Put in the comments if you've ever seen that happen and it's caused you a problem. Or put in the comments if you like the Spanish system. Pues muchas gracias, chicos. Hasta luego. Adiós.